Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 5.
We begin this evening with new information surrounding last night's suspicious fire at a house in West Fargo. The fire was at 720 10th Avenue West. The homeowner extinguished the flames using a garden hose before fire crews arrived. Investigators returned to the home last night and spent more than an hour checking for clues. They confirmed to us that the fire was intentionally set and that they are looking for the person responsible. Late this afternoon, authorities asked anyone with cameras or other footage in the area from 13th Avenue West to Main Avenue West to contact Fargo Police, 701-433-5500. They're looking for a male wearing all black or vehicles in the area around the time of the fire, which was at 7:42 p.m. You can look for more on this story tonight on Valley News Live at 6. A West Fargo man is under investigation for allegedly asking a teenager for nude photos through an online gaming system. Valley News Team's Joshua Peguero did some digging into this child pornography case and has tips on how to keep your kids safe as they navigate the internet.
Questions.
Carla Guzman has a 12-year-old daughter and she limits her time on a cell phone.
There's just a lot of bad things out there, and she doesn't realize how easy it is for people to get access to her specifically.
She put a parental lock on the phone that prevents her daughter from accessing content she doesn't want her to see.
She needs a 4-digit code that she hasn't figured out just yet. So that's how we keep tabs on her, as well as the screen time. We get to see exactly what apps is that she's on.
Guzman notices her daughter also gets sexual advances online.
I have a variety of older men that, I don't know if they feel that she's older.
It's a problem waging on the internet that law enforcement are dealing with, men soliciting photos from young girls. West Fargo detectives are investigating a case where a 13-year-old was sending a 23-year-old man naked photos. He was paying her in currency used solely for the online game Roblox. People purchase money in that game to buy things they can use online. Experts say it's necessary for parents to set ground rules and coach your child on what's appropriate, adding it's important to keep an open dialogue.
It's really hard always keeping up, especially, when all her friends are doing it and she's not allowed to, but she's only 12.
As for Guzman, she recognizes the internet is here to stay and is always having conversations with her daughter. In Fargo, Joshua Peguero, Valley News Live.
Experts say always teach your children not to take pictures or video of themselves and never send it to anyone, especially strangers online. The suspect in this case has not been arrested yet, so we're not revealing his name. The Fargo Police Department is asking for the public's help in finding a runaway juvenile. Katie Hammond was reported as a runaway on October 27th. Her family has received information that she's still in the metro area, but her friends have not been cooperating in helping to bring her home. Hammond may be driving a 2016 white Volkswagen sedan with North Dakota license plates 684CTV. The car has a lamb decal in the back window. You can call dispatch if you have any information. That phone number, 701-235-4493. We have turned the calendar to November. Maybe we'll start seeing more sun. Let's find out about tonight, though, with Hutch in No Wait Weather. Hutch?
Yeah, historically, November is our cloudiest month of the year, so there goes that. It does look like we have a few breaks in the clouds, though, right now. From time to time, we're seeing a few flakes fall on our Valley Skycam. Here is a look across the region. 32 Devils Lake, 37 Grand Forks. The Valley amongst the warmest of the locations across the region. 32 in Baudette and Bemidji. It's at 33 this hour. Hit and miss flakes of snow dancing across and around an area of low pressure to our north-northwest. That means our winds will continue to be from the north-northwest at 10 to 15 miles per hour. A few may experience some gusts higher than that as temperatures are on their way down to the low 30s with spotty flurries both here and in Grand Forks a possibility. So that's your Friday evening planner. The cold, the cloudy, windy weather continues with hit and miss flakes. What about your weekend? We'll talk about that here, Andrea, in just a few moments.
All right. Sun, maybe. Just kidding.
Yeah, we'll try.
Just kidding. I know. Fargo police are looking for a man who allegedly robbed Royal Liquors at gunpoint. It happened last night around 11:30. Royal Liquors is located at 1606 Main Avenue. Police say the man threatened 2 employees with a gun and took cash from the register. Officers tried using a canine to track the suspect but couldn't find him. He's described as a black man between 5'8" and 6 feet tall, wearing dark clothing. Fargo police are asking you to call them if you have any information. It's time to take a look at this week's Valley's Most Wanted. Police say 39-year-old Amanda Bjork is wanted for possession of a controlled substance. You can call your local law enforcement if you have any information on her. A 19-year-old woman is recovering after being shot in Barnes County, North Dakota. Officials say it happened this morning in the Fingal area. When deputies arrived on scene, they arrested the woman on an outstanding warrant connected to another unrelated incident. The victim was taken to Mercy Hospital, where she is expected to make a full recovery. That shooting remains under investigation. Police are investigating after a fatal accident involving a Minnesota teenager. A 13-year-old boy was hit and killed while riding his bike to school. It happened in Eagan, Minnesota, around 7:30 this morning. Emergency crews say the boy was pronounced dead by the time he got to the hospital.
Oh, really, this is an unfortunate incident, and a 13-year-old's life was lost today. And anytime you're around a school, you always should travel with caution.
A spokesperson at Rosemount Apple Valley Eagan Public Schools says counselors will be able to help students with whatever they need. According to police, the collision remains under investigation. President Trump today is calling the impeachment inquiry a scam after the House approved procedures for the public phase of the impeachment inquiry. This, as a new poll shows, Americans are divided over whether to impeach and remove the president from office. And the president is now suggesting he'd like to do a fireside chat about his controversial call with Ukraine's leader. NBC's Jennifer Johnson reports from Washington.
President Trump on the attack as the impeachment inquiry forges ahead, offering no new evidence but ramping up his rhetoric, calling it the biggest, most disgusting scandal, all on the Democrat Party. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi promising Democrats won't impeach unless the case against the president is ironclad.
This is not about his personality, his policies. That's for the election. This is about the Constitution. This is about defending our democracy.
The president now saying to the Washington Examiner he'd like to do a fireside chat on live television to read what he calls a transcript of his call with Ukraine's president. But a White House official testified this week the summary of the call omits parts where the president talks about the Bidens. Republicans standing behind the president.
If you're going to impeach the president based on this phone call, you're wasting your time.
But the White House admits it's not hopeful.
We are prepared for an impeachment to happen.
A new ABC News Washington Post poll shows Americans sharply divided on whether to impeach and remove the president from office. 49% say yes, 47% no. The poll conducted before the House voted Thursday to take the investigation public.
The American people have a chance to hear from these witnesses directly. They'll certainly get a pretty good picture of the president's misconduct.
The president hoping Americans focus on the economy, as new economic numbers show the U.S. created 128,000 jobs in October. Numbers better than predicted, but still down from job growth a year ago. Jennifer Johnson, NBC News, Washington.
Democrats say the impeachment inquiry will continue at a rapid pace. House Speaker Pelosi now saying the public hearings could begin this month. Former Texas Senate candidate Beto O'Rourke said today that he will drop out of the 2020 presidential race. According to a post from his Twitter account, O'Rourke says, "In that spirit, I am announcing that my service to the country will not be as a candidate or as the nominee." Make sure that you're up early Sunday to catch Full Court Press with Greta Van Susteren. This week, the show features an interview with House Minority Leader Kevin McCarthy. Greta will cover topics such as the impeachment investigation, government shutdown, and the California wildfires. Full Court Press airs at 6:30 Sunday morning on KVLY. The day has finally come for drivers who use Cheyenne Street. It is officially open. West Fargo police are thanking the community for driving safely and for giving construction workers a safe environment to work in. They're also reminding you that the speed limit is still 35 miles per hour near 32nd Avenue. And don't forget to join us tomorrow for the Farmers Union Insurance Bison Football pregame show. Coverage begins at 4 with kickoff to follow at 5 between the Bison and the Penguins. You can watch the game on ESPN+.